My name is Rosie. I'm a brain injury survivor. I'm a zoologist and I'm a brain injury advocate. And I'm a member of the Neuro-Mapping team and I was a member of the Neuro-Mapping project steering committee. So some of the actions and recommendations from the Neuro-Mapping project I think that should be prioritised are increased service integration, because if there is better continuity and effectiveness between the services, provides a more effective service user experience, which is so important. Another action I think that should be prioritised is strengthening community resources. Because if we have specialist neurorehabilitation teams, that means our journey to recovering through our neurological condition will be so much more effective, which is going to benefit our neurological community. When service accessibility is equitably distributed and tailored, people with neurological conditions like myself can really prosper through their recovery. I also think information and signposting are really important, because it helps service users navigate their way, because better knowledge helps users navigate their way through the service landscape. And when information and signposting is provided for me, it takes a job off my plate and I can really focus on my recovery. I became involved in the Neuro-Mapping project because I'm a person living with a neurological condition. I'm a brain injury survivor, and through that I became involved in brain injury advocacy. And then I got to know my community better and I learned about the gaps in the service, and this was an opportunity to make real impact. So those discussions with my community made me think, how could we address those gaps?
Yeah.
And one way I think that we can address those gaps and improve service delivery is based on our feedback. The message I have for those living with neurological conditions, something that's really worked for me, is to stay proactive, engaged about your needs. I found that utilising all the available resources worked for me, but don't hesitate to give your feedback about your experiences and your expectations. I found that sharing and giving feedback really helps shape future improvements in service. Some ways I think that people with neurological conditions can support each other. Ways I've really found have worked for me are things like peer mentoring, because it's very likely that somebody's already been through something quite similar before, and they can give you lots of advice on where to go next. I've found that forming or joining support groups that are already available has been really instrumental in my recovery, because you can share experiences with people who've been through something similar. You can get advice on how to navigate things, and you can just talk about stuff with people that have had similar experiences as you. I found that there are loads of online platforms that have been really useful for me to use, like loads of different social media. You can share your experiences, you can just have a chat with people. And when I've needed it, it's been really helpful for emotional support when you're going through things that are quite challenging.